number one, that's what matters here. And two somewhat different drafts, but the most glaring thing, Waga, is that the cut, they're lacking that crowd control overall, and you gotta question, is that going to be the best strategy?
They're lacking a bit in disable. However, they have very fast cores at running at people later on. They have like an ulti, of course. The DP makes you faster as well, and then you have the bristleback who can run in. So while they're not locking down their opponents, they are pretty, high tempo at charging in. Question is, to me, are they going to be able to get enough value during the global silence? Can they get those important kills that they need? We'll see how it plays out. I think overall I favor CDUB's draft, but I think the cut might be just a little bit sharper as players.
Yeah, that's certainly the vibe that I'm taking from this as well. And this kind of goes back to, though, CDUB, this is now their fourth series they're playing here so far in Division 2. The cut, this is their second. But one of the things we've been praising about CDUB with their overall 4-2 record is that they're just drafting the way it's evolved, even from that first series to this last two and even this one here. It's definitely been impressive. It's been certainly one of their stronger points. Now it's a matter of being able to use that draft and execute appropriately. And obviously they got some formidable opponents here in the cut. So I genuinely am excited for this series and seeing how this game one shapes up. But Battle for the Rune is going to be taken by the cut right there. But yeah, Scourge getting to play as Bristleback once again.
Yeah, he gets to run that Bristle, but in this game, like Pano pointed out as well, it's a very good Silver Edge game for the SF. I think SF was a great reaction here into both the DP and the Bristle. It fit like a glove here. So he is going to get that matchup mid against the Death Prophet. Misses his first race though. So that may seem like a small thing, but it allows DP to be just a little bit more confident here on the first wave, not getting stacked up on the races. One race is not a problem, but the first one is just there to put the debuff on you, and then the danger comes when multiple stack up.
Now, let's stick with the Shadow Fiend conversation, because Shadow Fiend's always interesting to me. I know more as of late, we've seen even a lot of the safe lane Shadow Fiend, and we see more of this right-click style Shadow Fiend, but the spell-casting Shadow Fiend is also a possibility. It certainly has its own powers to it. Do you see one way or the other? Is this going to be the attack damage?
I think it's just right-click. They need right-click in this game anyway. And overall, I think right-click build is like way more reliable and good overall. I've even seen some people do a hybrid where they go right-click and then later on in the game just add an Arcane Blink casual, like towards the very end of the game, and then you have the big power of the spellcaster, which is that Arcane Blink initiation. But you're doing it with, Hurricane Pikes and Silver Edges and so on as well.
Yeah, obviously his spells still certainly bring a lot to the table, even if he goes that right-click build that we're referring to. Even a couple of items that you can pick up. So we'll keep an eye on that and how the evolution of Mark happens on the Shadow Fiend. But the top lane, you saw some pressure there on the Crystal Maiden, as Beastmaster's even getting pretty low himself, actually. One more Quill, it's not going to be enough. Popping his stick right there is Ela, but getting very low in the process.
Yeah. No stick on Afromush in this lane. Oh, he got it. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, both sides definitely need those sticks in this lane.
Yeah, he got it delivered from Courier. You have to get it as soon as possible when you're playing against the Bristleback. And he does play aggressively here and gets one kill. Does have one more nuke.
Somebody else is dying. It's a matter of who first. It's going to be the Bristleback going down first. Afromush with a double kill. We've been seeing a lot of this Rubik Afromush. He's going to go ahead and get a free transport back to base. But yeah, now he's playing the Skywrath, and that's obviously a hell of a start. The double kill.
That is fantastic. He gets double null talismans completed now, so going to be even stronger in this lane. And did a good job setting up these kills. I mean, shout out to the Beastmaster as well, who is spamming those axes. It's the combination of having two heroes with high spellcasting damage in bottom lane. They do connect with both spells on CM. You can actually bring down heroes quite easily. Not scaling the aura, of course, level 2. You have a power spike.
Yep. Hoodwink was thinking he's being a little sneaky right there. He was spotted though, and really this Pudge Crystal Maiden, that's a lot of slow that you have to deal with, and Hoodwink was unable to get away from the beast that is that Pudge, and with the help of the Crystal Maiden. So 3-1 start for CDUB mid lane. Somebody, he's just dead on Death Prophet. Mark just walks up, a couple of auto attack, and raises right in his dome. Now it's 4-1.
Yeah, he didn't go Magic Stick against the SF as well, which is, a little bit needed as well. And top lane again, they secure a kill with this concussive bolt, concussive shot.
Yeah, the walled axes coming through as well from the Beastmaster to secure that kill. Those are level 2 walled axes right there, taking out the silencer. But how about this very fast start for you? See, all 3 lanes very aggressive in picking up kills.
Yeah, I really like it. It's, you know, the power of CDUB's lanes here. And bottom, they're going to slow up the Hoodwink. But Hoodwink got the deny on the bounty rune, so not letting the SF get a refill there. SF will walk back towards the water rune. Shaggy going in, but the TP out. Nice, he's going to get both the runes now because of that. He TP gets the second water rune.
Yeah, Shadowfiend not necessarily known as a mid hero. That's one of his weaker points is when it comes to rune control, right? You know, he doesn't have that mobility, but I guess that's one way to do it. Take the bottom, teleport, and get the top one. But he's going to run into Death Prophet right here. DP wants revenge. Meanwhile, Chive's going down on the Lycan at the bottom lane. Shadowfiend turning around with a raise, but it's just going to be Sadman zoning out Mark and going to head back to the mid lane now.
And top, they dive as well. Level up saves his life just barely. He would have died to those axes, but stays alive to cast more nukes.
TP out.
And he gets him.
No,
oh my god, that was so huge. That level up not only saved his life, but ended up with a Beastmaster dying and wasting his TP. Now has to do a slow walk back to the top lane. Gonna take him quite a while, but yeah, like you mentioned, bottom lane as well, the kill potential between CM and Pudge together is really, really high. You have 4 abilities that do damage, and of course repositioning, slow, stun, you have everything.
I mean, we've been getting plenty of action here in these Division 2 North American Dota matches, so this isn't necessarily a surprise, but man, it's even earlier than usual with all 3 lanes. But we're about that 5-minute mark now, and CDUB with that 6-2 hero code lead. But despite that death on Death Prophet in the 1 versus 1 matchup, it still feels like Shaggy, aka Sadman, is not afraid to still play fairly aggressive in this lane.
It was really big how he played after the water runes there. You can see that he died once, but look at experience. He's not behind. He has 3 creeps to kill here. He's actually ahead in EXP. So he played this really well. You'd think that after having died once, he should for sure be behind, but that's not the case. He's ahead.
Yeah. Rotations coming in from the supports as we're about to hit 6 minutes into this game. It's a lot of heroes showing up around mid. Aframush, Empyrean's behind, but Aframush focusing on Death Prophet. Ancient Seal is put up, but he got the Siphon up first, and Haste Rune picked up by Aframush in the process, and that's a thankful rune for him because any other rune, he might be dead right there, so he's able to pick that up and get away.
I think so. I think absolutely any other rune or no rune, and he would have died there. So he got one of the few outs to survive, maybe the only out, because there was a sentry on the silencer as well, so even an Invis rune would not have saved you with the DP turning around there.
Works to his favor. Taking a look as I have a little bit of null in the action as far as what's been picked up. Pudge does have the early Vanguard. Not a big surprise to see there. He's almost level 6 as well, so his start's looking great. But man, the 3 versus 3 mid back here. Action gonna continue. Curse coming out, hitting 2 of the heroes. Shadowfiend pulled back in. He's in trouble. He has Requiem canceling it there. Realizing he can just walk this off, and Crystal Maiden also gonna do the same. Turning around with the raise now is Mark. Oh, just had a range for that Crypt Swarm. Was Crystal Maiden. Sadman was going big for the kill. Coming up just shy. Somehow nobody dying in that exchange.
Yeah, DP, by the way, going for a 3-0-3 build, not having a point in ulti yet. I think he skilled it to try and, you know, be a little bit stronger for the fight there with the Crypt Swarm. Didn't have mana to ulti earlier. Top, now going on to Bristle. A lot of lockdown, Frostbite as well.
As support's coming over, but they're going to be a little bit too late, unfortunately, although Curse will hit Ela. He should survive, though. He's got support nearby, and Imperium cannot make it in there further for an auto attacker too. But yeah, big kill on Bristleback as well as his net worth, his CS has been looking strong. Of course, that'll slow him down ever so slightly.
Yeah, the thing that stands out to me this laning stage though is the Pudge is having a fantastic start. Oh, Emp is gonna go down here as well. Empyrean goes in for a curse, but the regen from the Helm of the Iron Will keeps the Beastmaster alive just fine here. And that's gonna be another kill going the way of Afro, who is having a fantastic start on his Skyrath here.
Yeah, spamming those abilities. But yeah, back to the Pudge again. Take a look at the net worth chart now. It is Pudge. Really a dominating lead. Almost 4,000 basically net worth lead at this point. We mentioned the Vanguard. Here he has. Going to be picking up boots and well on his way to starting the progression towards the Aghanim Scepter. And we all know what that does on these carry Pudges.
No, he's massive. He's absolutely massive. We're only 8 minutes in. Oh, top. Ela might be in trouble here as the Bristleback comes in from the side.
Again, it's a case of he's definitely dead. I mean, right? Oh, he's at a cool range, but it's not going to matter. Another viscous nasal goo and another quill will secure the job. So many slows really on both sides, to be fair. I mean, that's where, yes, still lacking hard lockdown crowd control, but there is a fair amount of slows here on the cut side. Of course, Bristleback and even Silencer included.
Yeah, these slows are mainly good in laning stage though. Like later on when BKBs and other items come in, then slows drop a little bit in value. But yeah, for now it's working out decently for getting these kills. And feels bad for Silencer. He didn't get any int for killing that, by the way. He has to go for a 2-0-2 build. I kind of agree with the skill build too here, but always feels bad to kill stuff without getting int.
Yeah, 8-3 lead here, and we're going to see more kills adding up. Death Prophet going in with an exorcism, did pick it up at level 7. Mark holding his ground, hits a couple of raises though, and down goes Death Prophet. Scourge McDuck also going to happen to fall. They did take out the Shadow Fiend, but it's a double kill for Afromush, and they want more, and the hook is going to secure the 3rd kill of that fight. Afromush is like, yep, kill secured, baby. Triple kill for him, but obviously a team effort.
Yeah, that was beautiful for them. I mean, that was a big fight to commit into for the cut there. They don't have global silence yet. They don't have DP silence either. So they were really just running straight into an SF who was just laying out the damage before he goes down. SF is like, really? You're gonna dive me like that? Okay, I'll take it. Meanwhile, the stacks are real here over for CDUB. That Ancient camp is already now up to, what is it, 4 stack now? Yeah, 4 stack going on it right now.
Yep, I assume that's going to be for Shadow Fiend, or is it going to be for Pudge, actually?
I think Beast is just going to Wild Axe spam it.
Okay.
I think he will farm it for himself. Meanwhile, same thing can be said on the other side, though. Scourge McDuck wants that money. Farming Big and Ancients at the same time.
Yeah, that's a little more obvious on the dire side. Bristleback certainly the hero that is going to take those stacks, just turning his back, spamming the quills, getting the procs. And he's, getting a little lower here, but ultimately going to be fine, of course. And similar to the Pudge, it is kind of funny how we happen to have the 2 position 1 cores are basically going the exact same bill, but
yeah,
it makes sense.
Top, nice dive onto Silencer here. Pudge does get in close enough with the help of CM. But yeah, I was just thinking the same thing as you said it. They both going Vanguard, both going straight Aghanims afterwards. It is, strangely similar in some regards. Of course, Pudge is more about that spell damage later on. Afro might be in trouble mid.
They would love this kill. That's going to be a bounty on his head, and there you go. Sadman credit for it. Another exorcism use. This one to push the mid tower. Ela showing up. You have Mark Sanctified here as well, so they're not going to go this tower easy. There's a TP in the backlands from Silencer, who's not level 6 yet, by the way. So still no global silence. That was where I had 11.5 minutes. That is critical for the cut, but can they get this tower killed? They want it, but with just too many reinforcements here. Oh, the hook just missing in between the supports.
Tumblr's toy dodging the hook. Always a nice tool to have, a little mini blink to keep yourself safe.
Save the tower. And now it's CDUB's turn to push, as all 5 are here.
Yeah, it's hard to defend now as well with like an ulti cooldown, exorcism cooldown. Oh, that hook connects.
Tumbler toy ain't gonna save you that time. He actually ends up getting hit by it anyways. And yeah, to that Death Prophet, no exorcism either. I think that's one of the biggest factors. That's why CDUB is so confident about actually pushing this.
Yeah, I mean, the Tumbler's toy is good for dodging hooks, but now if you jump along the hook, then it's just a matter of range. Unfortunately, he couldn't really juke there. Get himself out of that one. So tower and a kill for CDUB, and they're enjoying more and more control on the field here as they protect their mid tower. I think that's really big because Roche is such a contestable item on the map, let's say. What is this dive? Wow.
This wraparound. I was watching the support, the Crystal Maiden and Skyrat that whole time. CM's just going to take the bait in the end and die, but still very worth it. Yeah, they went around this back area here. There was no vision, and they just sneak up onto the Death Prophet.
That's really worth it, getting that kill on him there. You do lose your killing spree on the CM, so Scourge McDuck gonna be happy to add that gold, but still a nice takedown, and keeps your opponent on the back foot a little bit. DP though, she had ulti on cooldown, so it's not the worst time to die, let's say. It would be worse for her to die if she had ulti ready and wanted to go somewhere. But soon it's coming up again.
So, Waga, a hero that really I feel like we've called every hero but Lycan so far this game, especially with all the action, right? But Lycan's kind of just been quietly doing his own thing at that bottom side. Hold that thought, because Ela, not often you see this, the one chance they had to stop his TP. He primal roars and gets the hell on out. A good heads up there from Ela to escape at least.
Yeah, very nice play. Like you were saying, the Lycan, he's getting ganked now as well.
Oh
with
no.
The rotation here, and definitely gonna be going down quickly to the Frostbite and the Sky ulti. That alone does so much damage, but the SF, of course, with the Dragonlance. I think what we're seeing now is just standard early game Lycan gameplay. He didn't have a good lane because of Pudge, though, so he's just slowed down a lot. He doesn't have the Dominator upgrade yet. 14 minutes in. In a good game, you want to have it by now, but this was a tough laning stage.
Yeah, it just got a little bit tougher. And that's almost ironic. I'm mentioning how we're not really talking about him, and sure enough, CDUB's like, oh, you want to talk about him? Okay, we'll rotate on him and kill him real quickly. There you go. There's something to talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about his death.
Yeah, that's
meanwhile, though, someone who's, getting close to a big power spike here is the Pudge. He is only 1100 gold away from his Aghanims. But even closer than that is the Bristleback. He's going to have it faster at 550 gold away right now. So once that Axe comes up, it does massively increase the power spike of Bristle. However, only 1 point in Q so far. So you kind of want more points before it starts adding huge value. But even just having it is great.
The biggest difference there is that phase boots were built on Pudge, where you see Bristleback just sitting on the brown boots currently. So I was wondering how Bristle is even going to get that much quicker, as Pudge is actually ahead of net worth this whole time. But that would be the biggest difference to note. But obviously, yeah, Pudge is going to have his shortly after.
Same combo, same place, just different targets. Going to be the Frostbite into Skywrath ulti again. I like that the supports are hanging tight together here on CDUB, realizing that they can pretty much take down anyone except for Bristle at this point. Bristle would just turn his back and be completely fine. But the rest of them are actually killable. Oh, DP, as I say that though, she has a Yule Scepter now, so she is protected.
It's another TP stopper as well that they certainly are lacking, so a really very versatile tool to have to take advantage of. Beastmaster, another Primal Roar used defensively to get away. He just roars the Bristle back and then runs right there, so close call. But by the way, we had so Imperium over here playing the Silencer currently. He actually had the chance, PGL had the chance to sit down with him and talk about what heroes he both likes to play and maybe not play against. Oh, never mind. Well, that might be coming up in a little bit, actually. Apologize. Yep. Somebody was in my ear telling me something, but something else.
You hearing ghosts, man. You hearing ghosts. But on the side of the cut here, they're starting to try again here for this tier 1 tower mid. They want to take that so that they have access to Roche in a more safe way, or have equal access to Roche as CDUB do, because right now CDUB are owning, let's say, like 75% of the area around Roche, and that doesn't sit well with the cut. So they want to make a move somehow to extend their advantage. Either taking top or mid tower would be great. Instead though, they want to try and gank SF. I think he's already just TPing out. He is completely safe. Double scans. Both teams scanning the same area is kind of funny, but Radiant do know that this smoke is happening now.
Yep, that scan turns red, so they're very aware. It's just a matter of how do they play off of this. Obviously, Roshan up, and no one's really showing interest in it for the time being. However, CDUB is pinging out Bristleback up in this area. They don't have the vision, but they're suspicious that somebody's up here. They're not going to be able to catch up, though.
And they also go together so they can de-ward. This is like pairing up with your support so that they can remove the ward. There's still a ward on them, though. They have full vision here. The cut. Can they initiate?
Can they? Yes. Will it work out? That's the question now. Pudge, global silence even going to be used. Pudge is dropping to the Scourge McTuck, and Pudge is going to fall when it's all said and done. So far, it's looking like the cut is dominating in this fight. Death Prophet tanking that Mystic Flare as if it was nothing. Skywrath will fall, and the cut is going to go right into Roshan.
Yeah, that's going to be Roche immediately. It feels really bad, by the way, being Skywrath or CM when you see the Helm of the Overlord Dragon coming in, because when he presses that Howl as well on Lycan, removing 4 armor, and you're sitting at Skywrath with a base 3 armor, the Dragon hitting for 250 damage, and then add a crit on top of that, you literally die in like 2 hits from the Dragon. It's really terrifying, but beautiful. They made the most out of the vision that they had there. Didn't waste any time as they the side of CDUB probably felt pretty safe. They just got a D ward, walked up, and they were trying to control and farm the area, but they were all standing under that ward close to the outpost, punishing them big time.
Oh, so Lycan definitely helping to show up right there. He has his helm with the Overlord now, and of course, helping to do some good damage to that Roshan to finish it off and get the Aegis to Bristleback, who now goes back to farming in the jungle. But CDUB, they don't want to let up on this pressure. They have 16 kills at 18.5 minutes. Let's keep that almost 1 kill per minute average going, they say. And they're hunting for somebody. Again, the Bristle was here, but no longer here. He just has those spider senses tingling. They just get vision, but he's just too fast. He's running away as if they see him this whole time.
That worked out perfectly for him. There, I was like, he had some sixth sense right there, just feeling like they're really close to me right now. Good reaction by the cut that, okay, they just respawned. There's a big chance that they're all going to go for a smoke together now, since we killed them. They're going to be in base together. It's pretty natural time for them to smoke out, and they just read that situation correctly, played safely on all their heroes, not just the Bristle. And Bristle, of course, was the safest. Even if they caught him, what are you going to do? He has Aegis. His team would just react and go there. It would be very difficult to find favorable fights. So they were hoping to maybe connect to a Lycan or a DP, but not going to be that fortunate.
Sure. Well, as things are a little bit of a stalled out here once again. I mean, again, this game is fairly close. Curious what the esports bet.io odds are looking like currently. Of course, the watch tour and platform. You can check it out for yourself. And there you go. It's CDUB with the advantage. Still feeling pretty good. A decent advantage, frankly, against the cut right now. So, yeah, the odds are like in CDUB. Waga, it's, you feel the same right now?
I'd say it's pretty close overall. I mean, obviously the cuts, they got a great fight there, and right now it feels good for them. But hero matchup wise, it can become more difficult. So I think I'm pretty much in line with that.
Top lane? Okay, they found the Bristle. This time, do they actually have the follow-up damage? Definitely. Now again, there's the Aegis though. Now what? The response is coming in. Around that Roshan pit, they're being distracted though. Global Silence is going to be activated. Meanwhile, Marco's down in the back line, so that's what was happening. The support for Bristleback was busy killing off the Shadow Fiend that they found, so they kill Bristle, but at what cost? They're going to lose 2 more chives with the triple kill, and they're going for more. They also stop the TP after Musha fall. An ultra kill for Lycan, and Lycan's like, you wanted me to show up? I am definitely here now.
Damn, after having such a shutdown laning stage, this is a fantastic recovery for him. Nice move overall, though. I want to give credit to Hoodwink for that fight as well. Got a good catch on the SF by the Roche pit, and then after the catch, SF was already dropping down to like 30% HP. He BKBs, tries to ulti, but then the Global Silence stops that ulti as well, and he finally goes down Sanctified. Are you gonna survive this gank? Hoodwink, ulti? Not gonna live.
No, you're definitely not surviving that gank right there. So
yeah, if the spells connect like that, then you're just going down.
Yeah, talk about some good revenge too. This we mentioned how Skywrath and Crystal Maiden have been going around as supports, doing work here for the Radiant, but that's a case of Silencer and Hoodwink. Like, we could do that too, and they find the free kill. So I mean, it is definitely swung in favor of the cut now. If there was any question of like, oh, maybe an even game, slight advantage, no, this is definitely an advantage for the cut now. Yeah, look at that graph there.
Yeah, definitely. After that fight, that was a beautiful fight to take, and they're gonna get closer to some key items as well that they want. They want the full Assault Cuirass on Lycan. That will make him so much stronger. BKB is coming up for a Bristleback very soon, and with DP having her 9-second BKB available already, if she adds Plate Mail next, which is her build, then she'll be very hard to kill.
Pudge, it's gonna come back to the mid. He was looking like he was going to farm, but I think they're getting the call to do a smoke play right here. The way they're gathering up. Yeah, there's all 5 of them even.
They're smoking under wards. This is going to be another risky fight for them. We see the cut, immediately reaction. Take a high ground. This is usually the call when you see the enemy smoke up. Pick a high ground, go there, sit and protect it. You're using Hoodwink to blink reveal, or to reveal the smoke. He has blink to get safety. He's under ward.
Parda's just going to jump it, happen to jump right on top of the Hoodwink, so that works out. And the start for CDUB. But Bristleback, Agent Seal, eventually going to wear off, able to run away. But again, going into uphills, making this difficult for CDUB to commit much further. The hook just missing. CDUB chasing though, another blink forward from Double King, but too far.
Lycan
use that
ulti ticking
ultimate.
down though, so this is the cut missing their power spike, losing a hero there, and Lycan without ulti is not a threat really at all. So now he's saying like, can we not fight guys? But his team is sticking around. Early BKB.
Yeah, another hook missing right there. Global Science going to be activated. You mentioned that BKB able to sit on top of Pudge, though, and Pudge does not stand a chance. Mark is like, I got to get the hell on out of here. The BKB TP himself, so that Primal Roar again defensively used by Ela. At least he will escape, but yeah, this Pudge seems like he is having a bit of trouble, especially with the start that he had with farming. I mean, he's still farming decent, but his impact is low.
My jaw dropped when he blinked in there. I was like, wait, you don't have BKB, bro. What are you doing? He just blinks in. He doesn't really have BKB. He doesn't have, you know, Shivas or anything for massive armor. He's just an Aghanim's Vanguard Pudge. So when he puts himself in massive danger like that, he better hope this entire team is ready to go up behind him. But with Global Silence, your team can't really assist you if you go in. So that was a bit of feed. And his team has to fall back as a reaction.
Oh, well, and we haven't really talked much about Shadow Fiend too, right? Where he went after the Dragonlance, a full BKB, which sure it's great, but he's not necessarily that big damage threat yet. I mean, he can hit, but he needs a bit more items before he's much more of that threat, especially that Silver Edge, which he is building into, which is critical this game.
Yeah, SF is like doing fine, but he's not having any turbo start at all here. He doesn't have like insane farm. Meanwhile, Pudge blinking in for a silencer. The root from the Hawk.
Oh boy, but here's the turn. So they're gonna kill Empyrean, but the sharpshooter, I mean, again, that's a position 1 for a position 5. Not the trade you're looking for. Mystic Flare with the Primal Roar lockdown, though. They are gonna get the kill. Lycan. Requiem from the distance in the tree. Sadman able to siphon on up, though, and Shadowfiend losing out a lot of his damage now. He's already used it. He's gonna be pushed back with his own Hurricane Pike, but it's not gonna be nearly enough to escape. Alphamoosh making his way back to base, but losing all 4 of his teammates. The cut once again, dominating a fight.
I'm so confused by a lot. See, I feel like the Blink Dagger is doing more harm than good to the Pudge. The SF didn't use BKB during the entire fight there. He had BKB for a Spirit Siphon, could maybe BKB Force Staff away and TP out. He had everything ready, but I just see CDUB falling apart, and this is a little bit what I was hinting at the start of the game, where CDUB, they always have like a really nice draft, very balanced, but player-wise, I think that the cut are just, you know, a little bit higher level, because there's some really big mistakes happening right now.
Yeah, the cut's certainly showing their experience. We mentioned with that Division 1 and being a team together for quite some time. So CDUB having to work through some growing pains here perhaps, but still in this game 1, and it is just game 1 when it's all said and done, of course, of this best out of 3 series. But certainly need to kind of tighten some of their strategy up if they want to have a comeback chance, specifically in this game right now. Because yeah, this Bristleback, his evolution, the BKB, did he have something else purchased? Not yet. Looks like we're going to be seeing a Lotus Orb come, though.
He's building towards Lotus Orb. It's a good Lotus Orb game. You're playing against, you know, Beastmaster, Pudge, CM, Skyrath, all of them. It's really nice. And you get some armor against the SF, so it's a great deal. He has it completed now by disassembling. So no longer has the Vanguard. But this is a really natural build for him. He can later on use the Bit Booster to build into an Abyssal as well. So it's completely fine. He'll rebuild the Vanguard later.
That seems to be a weakness. I mean, on paper, it seems that they have the possibility of this burst damage against these beefier cores, but again, the progress hasn't necessarily been there, and oh boy, the cut is going to get a great opening on a Crystal Maiden off the bat. Although the follow-up is not really there. Hiding in the trees, never mind. Sharpshooter will finish the job. There was scatter time, though, for the rest of CDUB. Aframush is also going to get caught, so they end up killing 2 supports. But the cores are able to get out at least.
TP out bottom. No real response for BKB, or for just casual TP out from the Silencer and Bristle. They can't stop him, but yeah, they get caught out top. They didn't have SF with them, so that was just sort of a split push. But it's a split push that was punished. They did get taken down, 2 heroes immediately there. And right now, the cut are just doing a great job at starting to stabilize the map a little bit more. Bristle using the time to push out all the way bottom.
I'm also noticing Lycan keeping the wolf here on the Roshan pit. This is actually a very, very long Roshan respawn. currently. It's another 30+ seconds, but clearly the cut is eager and ready to go for that Roshan, and naturally you'd figure this is where the next potential fight could take place. Both teams somewhat positioning themselves in that area, and we do see the respawn is, again, still another 20 seconds out, but you can tell even sending the army, and both teams are scouting it out, though.
Yeah, using their zoo to control it. Nice D ward here in time, though, by Empyrean, getting the observer ward removed from CDUB. Of course, they have the Beastmaster with the potential for Hawks still, and they can get vision using the boar as well by moving in there, but the control is fully slipping here. They were well ahead in the beginning of the game, but now 11,000 lead and building. And Bristleback just got a nice item delivered as well. Gets the Cloak of Flames added on. That's such a nice item, because getting armor and magic resistance, all Bristle wants to do is stay alive and run in. So never mind even the immolate. Like, that's a nice bonus, but it's all about the armor and magic res.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to the point I was bringing up earlier before yet another fight broke out, but that CDUB, again, it's on paper, sure, maybe they have the damage to get some of these kills, the burst damage to break through, but with the way this game has progressed, they fall behind, and heroes like the Skywrath and especially the Shadow Fiend just aren't necessarily built up enough to break through so much of this tankiness that's been built by the cut, as they do get the free Roshan, as we see right there. Yeah,
the top tower was taken at least by the Helm of the Overlord creep, but it does go down. Hoodwink comes in and snags it, so 250 gold. Meanwhile, attempted split push wherever we can right now on the side of CDUB. They're sending heroes down on the side lanes, trying to build space, but when you try to delay the game, there has to be a big power spike that you're looking towards where you will suddenly be stronger. I think for them, it has to be all the way the BKB on Pudge. That's what they need. Oh no, Beastmaster.
That sharpshooter feels pretty good for the Hoodwink right there. It is. It's level 2 still, almost going to be level 3, but of course, not much of a chance for Beastmaster to survive out of that one. He's going to have to be dead for another 40 seconds before he's going to come back to assist the team. But yeah, with the Sages now in the hands of Bristleback yet again, I mean, there's somewhat even split out here, but the cut is just going to figure what objective they want to go for next, and it looks like that mid-tier 2 is the obvious point, and
yeah,
possibly
that's just going to fall immediately. There's no real way to defend it. By the way, I want to say that BGod has been playing really good on this Hoodwink. It's very similar to when he was playing Skywrath before in earlier series. Plays a similar style, high kill potential, and now has the full E-Blade as well.
Oh, jeez. That is some big bada boom burst. So the cut's the one that has some pretty good burst here. Specifically with that Hoodwink. Tier 3 tower will fall. Pudge sitting in the distance, currently silenced up, but I mean, he has that hook. But it's a case of you don't really want to hook it like the Bristleback. Oh, well, okay, they hook in the Bristleback, and that'll happen. So
yeah, there's no way to kill him, even if you hook him in, especially with that Lotus Orb and BKB. He's completely safe. They're going to back out now. They did lose top tower, so they're going to go back, push out the top lane, and try to, you know, repeat, get control towards another side of the map. We have 3 minutes on the Aegis. Over on the side of CDUB, though, they're smoking. This is sort of a flailing type move. They want to get out and get something, but look at the positioning, the counter smoke.
Yeah. And the Kush is running to that exact. They're like, it's almost as if they're predicting this to happen. They're sitting on the uphill. They're sitting together, and they're waiting for them to come into their arms, but it's not going to happen. CDUB does play it a little more reserved, disciplined, dare I say, and they will just work on some farm now.
Yeah, like I said, that was sort of like flailing, like trying to catch anything that happens to stay behind. Meanwhile, though, BGod jumps in immediately and gonna burst that Hoodwink damage onto the Skywrath.
Ouch.
And a tip as well.
The
Damn.
tip, yeah. Because, like, casters have been talking a lot about Aframoosh. What about me? I mean, again, Aframoosh has played a bit more games here so far in Division 2 this season, but BGod's certainly helping to make a name for himself even more.
I actually think that BGod might be the most solid +4 that I've seen in Div 2 here so far, actually. He's like really delivering. And the funny thing is, he's not officially on the team yet, right? He's a stand-in, but they're trying to have him be like a permanent player is what they want.
Crystal Maiden? I guess he was just getting some vision for his team. It is going to result in his death, and also the vision that was put there is immediately destroyed, so mission unsuccessful And now the cut is going to go into the Radiant jungle and do their part down here as they're going to take out their observatory, get their own vision down, take a bounty rune.
I love that they went with the early gem on Silencer. He had it for a while now, by the way, but this gem is paying dividends. It's so nice to know that you have D-worded areas. There's one thing about, you know, getting those D-words, but there's also the security that we know for a fact that there are no wards where we have walked. That allows you to play with the confidence of information that you won't have if you just, oh, you know, we put down some sentry and we got one D-word and we didn't find something over there. But when you have gem, you just know.
Okay, Waga. You got a level 20 Shadow Fiend. He just got his Silver Edge. This seems like more than any time in this game right now, this is at least something positive for CDUB. As we've been in this mid-game state of like, okay, maybe there's a shot now. Get a good Silver Edge opening, get some decent burst damage in there.
I think you're right.
Fight,
I think they've hit their biggest power spike that's going to happen in a long time. So I think something good needs to happen for CDUB in the next, like, 2 minutes here. They need to get a good engagement with this. Aegis is just timing out, 10 seconds only remaining. But look at this, bottom, the wave is pushing in. If you see this and you're Dire, they're pinging it right now. They're like, why is nobody defending bottom? Kinda sus.
I mean, Waga, or more so, Skyra shows up right there. No, Proper Roar, this one is offensive. Yeah, there's that burst. That's what we're talking about. They do get the opening. 90 seconds. He's out for no buyback. Death Prophet exorcisms up, though. Skywrath is going to go down elsewhere. You see Sadman just running around with an exorcism. Buybacks happening from both the Beastmaster and the Skywrath. Ghost of Maiden also falling, though. Silence up on a Death Prophet, but Pudge cannot keep on top. He's just too damn fast with the haste, so able to make it out of there. Shadowfiend, meanwhile, isolated by Lycan and others, and a triple kill for B-God. Here on the Hoodwink, Imperium avoids the hook as well to survive on the Silencer. So the start was so good, but in the end result, it's still pretty good for the cut.
They have these fast heroes, and that was something we talked about earlier, their benefit on the side of the cut. Sure, the fight started out horribly with walking in on, with a Bristleback who just gets absolutely blown up. He, you know, overestimated his own situation there. He thought he was immortal. He is not. It didn't even matter that they had Silver Edge, because he got roared facing 3 core heroes. So he was gonna die no matter what. But the continuation of the fight, the heroes on the side of the cut have so much kite. Hoodwink super fast with the blink and scurry. 4 staff on the Silencer. DP is quick. Lycan is ulted. Oh, top. A solo kill on Pudge? Oh my god. Okay. He gets my tip as well. I'll throw in a tip as well.
Yeah, I'll do some too, yeah.
Damn, be god.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most impressive Hoodwink as well. And you're talking about B-God. Yeah, very, very solid players proven to be. Position 4, arguably the better one here in Division 2. Hoodwink as a hero hasn't necessarily had the greatest success so far. This is definitely the best Hoodwink game we've seen, too.
Look at the Mad Lad. He's going Dagon next. The E-Blade Dagon going full absolute burst here. I love it. Love to see it. A lot of people have gone for Aghanims or something here, but he's just adding more. He can already solo kill a Pudge. What are you adding Dagon for, dude? Are you preparing for something bigger?
This is the I'm having fun night. You know what? It's a game, damn it. You're allowed to have fun. His team is up 26,000 net worth. Let's be honest. I know we're casters here. And
already solo killing 3,000 HP heroes, but he's building for that raid boss. You know, he's going to burst Roshan later on.
It feels good. I mean, there's not many opportunities to get the chance to build a Dagon, especially on a support. So
he's the
let the man
level
be,
in the
Waga.
game, dude. He's level 24 soon. Yeah. He's higher than Bristleback. B-God. What's happening, man?
I mean, it's all those solo kills. He really has been, occasionally with the Silencer that you've seen too, but he has been off on his own, just getting kill after kill, lurking in the trees. As we see again right here, he's hiding off to the side of the trees.
Another smoke. Here comes Radiant, going up the high ground.
They're going up. The Primal Roar, nope. A good 4 staff away initially, and you got the Lotus Orb put on a Bristleback. Global Silence course coming out as well. Now Beastmaster, he's just dead. There's that first up P-God. He takes out the Beastmaster, and meanwhile, Pudge is also caught a little too far out with his hand in the cookie jar. I think those GGs are bound to appear soon.
Yeah, 60 seconds plus on all 3 of them. SF is still there looking for an ulti, but Shadowblade gonna time out. No more Invis. Even if he had it, there's still Gem. It's time to win. Nice one.
There you go. It is official. GG, well played. Game 1 is going to go to the cut. Yeah, great performance by them. Again, the one criticism really of the draft was a lack of crack control, but you even said yourself, that wasn't the most concerning for you in the end. As long as they executed appropriately with the strategy that they built, they certainly had a good...